What's up, guys and girls? The day has finally come. This is going to be a little awkward video seeing how the camera's pointing that way and I'm looking at the LCD screen that's on the side. But finally got our STRC steering knuckles, and I went ahead and got another one of these. I swore I'd never do it again, but I did. So we're going to take these STRC CNC'd steering hubs, and we're going to assemble these little suckers for the Wraith. Let me get the busted one out again to show you again. That's what's left of the upper steering knuckle on it. So we've got our package. I'm going to scoot this over here so you guys can pretty much see what I'm doing here. Obvious the cut in on the knuckles. These look really, really nice being in gunmetal too. I was going back and forth between gunmetal, black and silver, and green, but oh, look at that. That is awesome. They mark them right and left. So that takes the guesswork out of that one right there. Oh, listen to that. I like that sound. Oh, that is awesome. We are not going to have a breakage in the steering anymore now. Full aluminum the whole way, we're good. Alright, so let's get started by taking our factory bearings that go on the inside. Press this bearing in. Sometimes I take a ball peen hammer and just drive the bearing down in there so it seats fine. And of course you take our outer bearing, shove the outer bearing in. Once that's in, we got both sides done. We take, see, this is the only thing I'm worried about. Look at the inside of that. It looks a little stripped, but when I stick it in the ball cup, I think it was just because it was popping out. So we're going to shove that in there. Line everything up so that the center's going to plop itself in. This sometimes is more of a pain in the butt than it should be. Jeez, man, that's a pretty tight fit. Pop that sucker back out. Give it a little bit of a... I might try doing this first too, though. I might knock the center bearing out first. There we go. That's much better. Although it does... Hear that? That doesn't sound too good. So I'm going to knock it back out again. Yet again, knock it out, and I'm going to take a little bit of marine grease here. Just a dab. Coat that, and then coat the inner surface of this bearing. Get over here. My tube punctured from the bottom, so it's kind of... Oh, it feels like that bearing spun. Not spun, but it's like it's freezing up in places. But I'm going to have a little faith in it and hope that it's just... I don't know. We might be pulling these apart again to replace a bearing on the inside because I don't like the way that's grabbing. Feels a little rough. That and something's not lining up straight. Uh-oh, I think we did it backwards. Which means we've got to bust out the big drill. Take these out. Lift her up. This, by the way, is just a simple little Black & Decker pivot driver I bought from Walmart. This is probably going to be an enormously long video, seeing how I'm going through the entire steps of tearing this thing apart and putting it back together. And see, that's odd because last time when I put that together, that didn't go in like that. But oddly now, see, that still don't line up. Which is leading me to the possibility that I might have bent my little plastic housing here. That's where it's supposed to line up to screw in. Unless they intend to use this one over on this side. I don't know, we'll try taking this other one out and seeing what its deal is, how it fits in on the other side. No, there's no way possible. That's the left side. No way that's gonna work. Unless they designed it to be universal like that. I'll be darned. I guess they want them put in upside down. 'Cause that does work that way. And it actually puts the shaft out straight too, so. You know what? This video is just going to drag on, so I'm going to cut it in segments. The next one's going to be where this is all put together. I'm just putting everything back on, doing the steering, because this is going to drag on for a while, you guys. Oh, man. I'm so glad that I cut that and went to a second clip, because, God, you guys have been there bored to death. And then some. Alright, we've got the gunmetal CNC machine down there, which actually goes great because I forgot that I ordered the gunmetal steering linkage. So I've got all gunmetal up front. And yes, I'm running the Hitec on it for now. It's a good mid-range servo. All I really gotta do is just tie the zip tie the wire up there, so or not the wire but the cable. And then I'm going to be switching over to the Mickey Thompson Baja Claws, which I have profiled, taken every other lug out of it, so they're a lot more grippy. We'll see how they work. See how they work with the. Oh hell, you know what? I'm just gonna bolt the front two on to show you, just to show you what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna bolt these two on here. I fight the camcorder as usual. Let's get a front tire put on here. That on. Really? That was epic. That one's not going to get edited out because it was hilarious. I actually hit the camera with my hand and inadvertently shut it off, so this kind of mistakes you just learn from, so I'm going to tighten these down a little bit. One on. Let's go over here. The other front wheel put on. This usually works better when your wheel nuts don't go flying all over the place too. There's that. You know what, while we're at it, let's just take a comparison. Back tires. Whoa, what's that? Bigger, beefier tires up front. I think it's time that we just go ahead and get all my radio gear out of the way. I think it's time we just take these other tires off. I think it's time to quick swap some tires around. make this thing ready for the better brushless. Okay. By the way, I'm only giving Hitec one last shot, and if this servo craps out on me too, I will forever be boycotting and picketing Hitec servos. I've had so much bad luck with them in the past that wasn't real fun to putting it on there. I had a nice Spectrum one on there. I went ahead and put that on the other SCX because that's the one that's going to have the plow. Who knows? Wraith might end up having the plow. I've got some issues going on with the SCX. Maybe one of you guys out there, Medic, 4Mods, Dribble, one of you guys could help me solve this little mystery I've got going on. The SCX, for some reason, no matter what steering servo I hook up to it, I do not get but barely any travel out of the servo at all. It doesn't matter. I even hooked the brand new Spectrum up to it, and it, or not the Spectrum, but the this Hitec here. I hooked it up to the SCX. And for some reason, it just does not want to. Doesn't want to steer. I mean, I've done everything to it. I'm going to show you just how horrible it is. I'm going to go. Of course, I am using the Spectrum DX3C. I've already bound it, so that does work. Of course, the receiver's sitting back here. But this is it. I've also got my steering up to 150%. That's all these tires do. That's full stroke. And that's with the Spectrum. Got a big old Spectrum servo on it that came off of a 1/8 scale. These things do not, they're not moving. They're not turning like they used to. That's locked all the way. I mean, one tire will pull in, but I don't get what's going on with the truck. It's driving me crazy not being able to figure out what the hell is going on with it. So maybe one of you guys can fill in the blank, and we'll see. But I've got another set of tire swapping to do, which I'm not going to film that because that's just boring. No, I wouldn't even want to watch that, let alone do it, but I have to. So yeah, if any of you guys can figure out and tell me what the hell I'm doing wrong, it's got the SR300 receiver. I took the Wraith's ESC. I mean, even with my Novak, even with the Rooster Crawler ESC, still have the same damn problem. So any help would be greatly appreciated on that one. And hopefully tomorrow, granted if it's not so freaking cold, I'll have the first GoPro running video of the Wraith in action. So I think we're pretty much good now on the Wraith. That's gonna end this video. Hope you guys liked it. Hope it wasn't too long and drawn out. Till next time, guys.